St. Augustine is a charming little town of about 15,000 along the east coast of Florida. You can quite easily and quickly get lost in its tourism district, which stretches blocks and includes several homages to the city's rich history. In the north, the Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park pays tribute to Ponce de Leon's infamous landing on the coast in 1513. Sometimes it does so in an explosive way. But while these historic landmarks have come to define St. Augustine, the town is also home to a more, shall we say, recreational first, the first wax museum in the United States. Hello and welcome to the Florida Story. Today we hang out with celebrities, politicians, and yes, even a couple of droids from a galaxy far, far away as we visit Potter's Wax Museum at 31 Orange Street in St. Augustine. The story of the Potter Wax Museum starts way back in 1901, when 9-year-old George L. Potter visited the infamous Madame Tussauds Wax Museum in London, England. That establishment has been synonymous with tributes and homages to historical figures since the early 1800s, and now has more than a dozen locations around the world. Potter's, however, has stayed true to its home city, having moved several times within St. Augustine since its establishment in 1949. Once Potter caught the bug as a boy, he couldn't shake it. Nearly half a century later, he opened Potter's International Hall of Fame, marking the first ever wax museum in the United States. Potter skews more toward historical figures rather than celebrities, although among the 150 plus sculptures are representatives of several industries. Was that a conscious decision when you guys started building?
That was Mr. Potter's, that was George Potter's decision when he opened it in 1949.
Meet Ed Miller. He started at Potter's as a tour guide and is now the assistant manager.
I also do paint some of the figures, and I do maintain these figures, so I do have a care for them in that respect.
About 90% of the wax figures at Potter's are made from beeswax. That's mostly the older ones. The new ones, however, are made of a new medium called paraffin wax. The museum staff determines what clothes the figure will wear, and then they go on a shopping trip to pick it up. Each angle of the figures is meticulously considered before they are created. People like Christina Williams then pore over dozens, if not hundreds, of pictures of the people, looking to perfectly duplicate their look.
For the museum, we do everything from creating the wax figures, which you see Obama here, we're working on him. We do the stage sets, backdrops, the window displays. We wash the hair, keep the figures clean. Well, people always say, you actually get paid to do this? I'm like, I actually get paid to do this. I was finding clothes for Elvis to go in like shopping for clothes for Elvis. That's what I do. So, we have a lot of pictures and you just follow his hairline. We kind of start from the back. We start from the back and move forward.
So every one of these is an individual, or do they come with little?
No, they're different types of hair come in different ways. The way that his hair is, it's this kind of almost like a mesh, but you still have to get the hairs poked in. So we learned to do it by reading books. We had some individuals from a company come down that had worked with, there's some some of the previous artists, and they gave us some guidance and tips. They were very helpful, and then we learned as we went.
Is there a particular figure that you look back on and you're like, wow, I did a great job on that? Like, is there like a?
Well, I would say Martin Luther King Jr. He was our first figure, our first full figure, and I think he looks really great. I think he really, I mean, you take a lot of time, you study, you read, and by the time you're done working on a figure, you really feel like you know them.
Coming through here, they have a lot of political figures. They got some celebrities, some movie characters. We're gonna take a look at some of the ones they have here, and I'm gonna flip the camera first of all. It's gonna get you right in the middle of Harry Potter. So you see, here we have Harry Potter, our boy. Here's Dobby, of course, and the detail on these is amazing. We just talked to one of the people who helps build these characters, and that was a fun conversation. He's been doing it for several years. And here's this guy. Raise your hand if you know who this guy is. So, as you can see, the craftsmanship is just ridiculous. Like I am literally just staring. This looks kind of, you can tell who these guys are just by looking at them. And I'm told that the clothing is kind of made as well by the people who work here, and it's just a really cool shop here. So let me just kind of run through a couple of the other ones here. So. Wax figures are not the only attraction here at the museum, although that's clearly the majority of what you're going to find here. There's also some old school movie homages, as well as a hat that does tell you your fortune. We have a magic hat. I wonder if it works. If it works, I'm going to do it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this says.
Good day to you. Take my advice. If you remember anything in this life, remember this. Never give up. Never surrender.
Now we have this war zone. We got George Patton, we got MacArthur, Bernard Montgomery, Roosevelt, Charles de Gaulle, and Winston Churchill. And on the other side, you can probably guess who we're going to have. And here they are. There's Mussolini. You know who that guy is. That's Stalin and Tojo. Like many wax museums, Potter's has its eye on history. Each of the statues has a text panel that describes a little bit more about the person that visitors are seeing. But the lessons hit a little bit harder when it's young people trying to learn them.
Oh, I just love to see that they appreciate the fact that we're carrying history, that they're seeing history, and we can keep that alive.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. It definitely helps my channel. And if you live in Florida or plan to visit soon, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I do plan on posting videos regularly. Take care.